Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. When I last left you guys, we just wrapped up Chapter 19, and we're going to be moving on to, as you might imagine, Chapter 20 today, Defending Talrega. I don't know if they've actually covered this in the story proper, but Talrega is where Jill is from. Apparently it is very icy, and wet, and frigid, and all sorts of other terrible things. Why you'd want to live here, I don't know. Maybe they don't have a choice, I guess. Frozen scars. Wow, lovely. So we're moving an entire army through these blizzards. Isn't that just great? They doubt that the army can successfully fight off Daein. Then why even bother? Like, why are you going this way? Apparently Ike is just that good of a commander that he's able to capture victory after victory. Also, I just noticed this map we're looking at, all the names of the towns and everything are in that the Elder script that the Herons speak in. So, wait a minute, if humans can't read that, why is it written like that? It's kind of weird. Unless this is a Lagoo's map. That sounds even less likely. I don't know. Anyway, just moving on. We're marching in grim silence, apparently, because talking to people would be stupid. We can't have that. So, who is defending Talrega, exactly? I don't think it's us. The enemy knows exactly how we are going to move. So, Soren knows there's a mole, apparently, or he suspects there's a mole. Because the enemy is alert to our troop movements. Standard update. I'll pay attention this time, he says. Ike is very sleepy. Ike didn't sleep because he was thinking. I wonder if Soren will start being polite. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, that's not good. We just find out exactly what that medallion is, and it disappears. That's inconvenient timing, to say the least. And Titania is less than thrilled. You drop it? Where is it? So Ike's like, we'll find it. It's alright, cool. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna scour everywhere and figure out where it went. Soren doesn't seem too happy either. Well, I don't think anybody would be. So here we have General Petrine again, talking to this gentleman, Shiharam. If we do this thing, Daein will suffer. I wonder what that is exactly. The last idiot who told me that ended up on a corpse pile. Well, she's not wrong. In my hopes and a bunch of foreigners, so this Shiharam fellow apparently is a foreigner. Why would he be fighting for Daein, I wonder? That's odd. They were born in Begnion and not Daein. Well, you know, again, she's not wrong. Everyone else is just gutter leavings. Huh, well, just a little direct. This hick-infested backwater. Man, she is not a nice person. Not that we ever had any suspicions of that, regardless of this particular situation, but... If you are as skilled as you claim, you should be able to limit the damage. Wonder what she's talking about. Angry is a good look for you. Jeez. We have no choice but to obey. I mean, you could just not obey, honestly, but that would involve discarding your honor. This is another one of those Camus archetypes, which we'll talk about in just a minute here. The only thing we can do is ensure the Crimean army is defeated as soon as possible. Open the floodgates. Oh dear, that's not good. One more, that's a little bit. Here's our report from the last battle. MVP Jill. Sweet. Holy smokes, I got 70,000 gold. Yeah, see, again, this is where the whole thing about this game doesn't matter. Like, you get so much money in this game, it doesn't matter. Like, you just spend as much as you want. 70,000 gold is a buttload of money. I don't think I'll ever find a way to spend that much. Well, let's go ahead and see if there's anybody to talk to. There is a woman here. Who is this woman? Oh, it's Khalil. We actually ran into her some time ago, if I'm not mistaken, in a random village somewhere. My name is Khalil, and I'm a first-class mage. You look as if you don't believe me. So, Khalil, if you can't tell from reading these, is a little bit full of herself. Quite skilled with a knife as well. Well, that's not really a selling point, lady. That's actually a point against you, because why would you use knives if you're a mage? Anyway. Are you listening to me? How does freeze sound? That sounds suspicious. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I like my fees to be based on performance. Huh. You're not lacking for confidence, are you? No, she certainly is not, sir. You know what? She's free, might as well. We'll just hire her. Alright, you're in. I am the general. What? That's funny. So now we get Khalil for free. Let's take a look at her in just a second here. But first, let's talk to Rayson. You come down here for a moment. Oh, apparently Ike doesn't have the nerve to tell Rayson what he's thinking here. If this weren't a battlefield, your secret might not be safe. Oh, shoot. So apparently the herons are telepathic. But it's only when there's calm in a peaceful environment, not during warfare. Okay, well. Oh, so there we go. So because herons are so aligned with order, anything that is remotely chaotic just messes with their abilities. A desperate maelstrom. Huh. Pay it no mind. I'm fine. He's not fine, by the way. He's actually not feeling too great. I don't really have a choice. Oh, jeez. Nothing more than an obstacle. Shut up, Rayson. You're the best thing we have on this team right now. I'm of use to you then? Well, duh. So, the implication here is that we're gonna, like, bench Rayson for a bit so he can recover, but we don't actually have to do that. Thank the Lord, because Rayson's too good. Alright, so we can do Jill Mist, A support. Not a bad idea. In fact, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. She's kinda lonely. Oh, that's a bummer. And now, awkward silence. Oh, jeez. Let's break the awkward silence by bringing up a really awkward... No, I guess it wasn't awkward, but... Oh, and apparently Jill is crying now. Oh, now Mist is going to start crying too. Her father lied to her. Yeah, well, maybe he didn't know any better either, to be honest. He lied to me to build me into a heartless warrior. He must have thought it would be for the best. Well, you don't know, but... And now Mist is crying again. Something must be wrong with me. Well, you cry a lot. So Jill has decided she's just going to proceed with her life the way she wants to, and her father's just going to have to deal with it. Fair enough. Alright, so what are we doing? She's got D-level axes. I could give her... Oh, she already has a steel axe. Durr. Okay, well, in that case, I think everybody's pretty much set to go already from last chapter. I don't think I need to do a whole heck of a lot, so... Why don't we just roll right on ahead here, give it a quick save, and jump right into this level, shall we? This one's alright. Not too bad. And unfortunately, no, we still can't find the medallion. It's just kind of poof. It's gone. Somehow Daein must have stolen it. We don't really know how that's possible, although there's a mole somewhere. Anyway. Is the medallion special? Well, yeah, it is. Oh, that's right, she doesn't know anything about it. It's not that I don't want to discuss it, I just can't really talk about it. And here comes Ulki, what's he want? The sound of rushing water, a lot of it. Oh, that's not good. You must hear rivers. It's not the sound of a normal river, huh? The road ahead is blocked by water. That's not good. Perhaps the river has flooded. The entire region is soaking wet. Oh, that's good. We can move forward, but the water's turned the ground to mud, and the water is still flowing at a tremendous rate. They thought to impede our progress in order to give themselves some time. Yeah, well, that's probably true. And they've succeeded. Yep. Okay, well. They were able to flood the road when we approached. There must be floodgates. If we close them, we can shut the flow of water. That's generally how that works. Looking for something? Leave it to me. Alright, Janef, go find it. Peepers of mine can see for miles and miles. It's pretty impressive. You're a hawk with the eyes of a hawk. It beats your fantastic wit. That's just great. My pal Ulki has ears that can hear grass growing on the other side of the country. Just look for some openings with a lot of water pouring out. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, he's not wrong. That's pretty much exactly what he was looking for. So here we have the dam of some sorts, or floodgates. And this is Talrega. And there's that General Shiharim guy here. Can't let this battle drag out. Yeah, fair enough. So he's doing what he's told, but he's doing something he doesn't want to do in the process. If we can close, then the water will recede in 12 hours or so. How does he know that? It baffles me how, like, intelligent Soren is sometimes. Anyway, so we have Mist as our mounted healer now, I just remembered. That'll be cool. We're definitely going to be needing her. I want to have people who can deal with flying units at a reasonable rate, so having Boyd, Boyd can use bows, but not very well. And honestly, he's just better off using axes anyway. Jill's going to be invaluable here. Again, I wish she had a little more strength, but we'll see if we can patch that up. Astrid's going to be good. I think we just stick with what we've got, to be completely honest with you. Oh yeah, we got Khalil now. I forgot about her. So she comes as a level 6 pre-promoted sage. She's okay. She's got B in every magic, which is nice. And she comes with Nihil, so enemy skills don't work on her. But as you can know, she does not have staves because she has knives instead, which, again, is just dumb. So she has 10 attack with that knife, which is not really hurting anything. Not entirely certain why they do this. I've heard a theory that if you don't train your own mages, the ones you get that come later as pre-promoted ones are just not as good because they all have knives instead of staves. So if you want your own healers, well, you're in trouble because you're not going to get very many. So it's kind of like a punishment for having you're not training your mages at low levels or getting them killed or something. Not a bad thought, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really use Kal-Il. I don't like her that much. I guess she's not bad by any means. Her stats are okay, but she's gonna struggle later on in that she won't be fast enough to double at endgame. She does enough damage, but usually not enough to one round. And Soren and Ilyana are both just better than her anyway. So, and they both have staves, and she doesn't. Big deal there. So we're not gonna use Kilo. Feel free to use her though when you play through this if you want to. She's not terrible by any means. Just she's not gonna be using here. Anyway, let's get on to moving people around here. I suppose we don't need Mist on the front lines per se. We can put Void there instead. This map is a little interesting. We've got a house up here to go visit, but there's this sheer cliff wall. The only way to get around to where the boss is to go down this way and through these gates and up to where the boss is. And the boss here has a tomahawk and he has a full guard equipped, so wind magic, arrows, that kind of stuff, not good against him. He does, however, only have 1 luck, so he's very easy to crit, and his res is much worse than his defense, so magic is still going to be a good way to go. He does, however, have stun, which is his mastery skill, so engaging him in melee could be problematic. Thankfully, it doesn't do more than just stun people, and he's unlikely to kill you in a single hit. It's better to just engage him from range if you can help it. But other than that, he's not terribly threatening of a boss. We do have some mages up here with siege tomes. We got a blizzard mage right here. I believe there is a bolting tome user as well somewhere around here. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. Just the one guy, the blizzard tome. But these sages do have healing staves, and that Bolganon tome, by the way, hurts like a truck, so that's going to be fun to get out of the way of. And we have a Physic Bishop over here, so healing's going to be happening unless we can stop that. Altogether, though, it's a pretty straightforward map, so we're just going to plow through and get through as quick as we can. We'll put all the mounted people, except we're going to have Jill toward the front lines for various and sundry reasons. Let's go ahead and deploy and get Kraken. There are no Krakens here, but... So Jill is rather pale. The enemy general is your father, isn't he? Yes, General Shiharam is Jill's father. Man with the eye patch. At least I think I will be fine. Alright, well... So we're going to have Jill attack her own countrymen, unfortunately. But they're in our way, and she's doing what she has to do, because she's doing what she believes is right nowadays. You know what? This guy is an unpromoted soldier. There's actually a few unpromoted guys here. I didn't give Mist a sword. That was an oversight on my part. Yeah, she'll be fine. I probably could have forged her one, but I'll do it next time, maybe. Alright, we're just going to send Jill straight into the thick of it here, because reasons. She's not going to get a lot of XP from these guys because they're unpromoted enemies. But I wouldn't mind leveling up her axe rank a bit more so she can have some extra power behind her blows here. If she hit as hard as her wyvern sounded on the ground, it'd be even better. That thing weighs a solid ton, I imagine. Alright, let's see. We're going to have to deal with these guys up here in the corner too, so why don't we send Astrid up that direction. Look at that. Even promoted units, she's doing pretty dang good. And we'll just pick off this halberdier, because normally these guys are a pain to deal with. Apparently, if you're a bow paladin, not so much. Get wrecked, sir. That's going to be nearly another level for Astrid, as it seems. Alright, then we can put Marcia and take out the bow guy. I forgot I gave her this sword. Probably not going to want to use that with a bunch of lance flying guys around, so we're just going to go with the lance for now. We got that halberdier around, and there's wyverns in the air. Which I don't think she'll have too much trouble dealing with wyverns. They probably won't be able to hit her very well. Speaking of, Marcia gets a level up. Team defense is pretty good. More defense and speed. Can't complain about that. I mean, I probably could, but I'm not going to, because that'd be silly. And then we'll have Oscar run in and clean up the halberdier. Seems pretty simple to me. Then when these chucklehead wyverns come flying in, they're going to have to deal with him. Unless they weave right around him and go for Astrid, they might do that. It is entirely possible that they will do that. Another level for Oscar. What do we got? Something good, please. Luck, defense. Well, it's not awful, I guess. He's got HP, too. Oscar's not turning out bad, but he could be a lot better. Let me just put it that way. I think we'll leave Ilyana up this way, too, to kind of support if there's any healing necessary. She'll just keep her Thunder Tome in tow here. Now we get to deal with these guys down here. Ike does have to seize that fortress that the boss is on, so we need to have him go first. Apparently he can't even one-round these guys. Guess we'll just take out the soldier with Soren here. Now, it'd be very silly of them to try to attack Soren with wind magic, because the wyverns would get absolutely wrecked in a couple of hits. I don't know if that matters to them or not. I think they just care about how much damage they can do. And regrettably speaking, he is probably one of my weaker guys here. Holy smokes. Magic, skill, speed, res. Man. Soren is kicking some serious butt, stat-wise. Not that he's not normally good. I don't think I've ever seen him this good before. And then we'll have Nephany deal with this dude. May have to kill or lance him. We'll see how this goes. For unpromoted units, they got an awful lot of beefiness going on here. Alright, well, in that case... Ike doesn't have any ranged capabilities. We're just going to send him front and center here. I think Iron Blade will be sufficient for now. Oh, we have Rayson, though. We can just dance for Nephany and clear out that guy. Never forget about Rayson. He's very important. Alright, let's make sure... I don't think we're in range of any of these guys with Rayson or anything, so... Actually, Astrid's not even in range of any of those guys. But let's run down here real quick and take out this fighter. Boyd... Oh, we can barely do it with a steel axe. Alright, good. Good day, sir. I said good day. It must be really high-level unpromoted guys, because we're going to be seeing almost nothing but promoted enemies come in a couple of chapters here. Let's throw a javelin at this guy. Get rid of him. Be gone. Well, that is that guy dealt with. Strength, skill, speed. Nicely done, Nephany. Good job. With any luck, she'll be able to cap strength before this is over, and that would be wonderful. Alright, let's see. Can this fighter get to... Oh, he could. That's a hand axe. Ooh, Rayson's just out of the way there. That's, a little sketch. Until the Crimean army has been defeated. So, we talked about this a little bit earlier. General Shiharim is a Camus archetype in that he is an honor... Oh, there's Har. He is a very dutiful and honorable soldier, and he's fighting for a cause that is not something that he necessarily agrees with, but he's doing it out of some misplaced sense of honor and dignity and duty as a soldier. So, even though he knows what he's doing is wrong, he won't change his mind and not do that thing. Just like Camus in the very first Fire Emblem game. And there's typically someone like this in almost every installment, but I think General Shiharim is a particularly great example of it. So Har is saying, if you disobey the king, you're going to get put to death. And also, so will all your family. Go and fight bravely, Har says. Oh, hang on, he's saying Laguz. He's not saying subhuman. Someone hears you use the word Laguz in this country, you'll be branded a traitor. Yeah, well, that's pretty crazy. Amazing how an entire country can be just blatantly racist. Had to seal away everything we know to teach our children to hate all subhumans. All that just to survive here. It's pretty sad. So apparently the Imperial Senate was worse. That they had to leave and come here. What does that say? That's pretty bad. Har's like, I did warn her not to come here, but yeah, she's still here. Above all else, I would like to avoid meeting my daughter in combat. Well, there's probably a good reason for that. So Shiharim is saying, Har, don't fight. We are defeated. I want you to care for the survivors and their families. Been an honor to serve. Well, yeah, that's basically admitting that he's going to lose and he's probably going to die in the process. Speaking of, enemy phase. Hand axe probably won't do a heck of a whole lot to me here. If it even manages to hit me, which it did not. Oh, what is this, a bow? Oh, a killer bow. Uh-oh, and he crit. What's he got? Ow! Okay, that kind of hurt. Alright, paladin with killer bow, jerk. Needs to die. Gotcha. Thankfully, Jill's defense is utterly ridiculous, and that didn't hurt way worse than it did, but still, not pleasant. Lagoo's Slayer. Oh, come on, she should be fast enough to double that guy. That sword weighs a solid ton, last I checked. Yeah, whatever. Alright. I always forget I gave Neff an advantage. Wow, that javelin really does not do a whole lot to wyverns, does it? Not really much at all. Who's he going for? Oscar. Interesting choice. Not one that I would have made, but you silly AI folks. Well, you hit a decent number on him, but then you just healed it right away with soul, so yeah, joke's on you, pal. Speaking of, we have more wyverns. This guy's going for Marcia, though. And if they can hit Oscar with an axe, they're probably... Oh, no, she's a little faster than Oscar. By a little, I mean quite a bit faster. As we can see here, wyverns are just as tanky as they've always been. Plenty of defense. Not super fast, but they don't really need to be. I mean, they can be fast. We've seen an example of that with Jill, but she's definitely the exception to the rule. But getting hit, Oscar. I guess it doesn't matter if you keep getting hit, when you just heal it right away. And he crit in the same motion, so... A crit soul is pretty fun, not gonna lie. Basically fully heals you, and kills the guy you're fighting. We have some cavaliers coming up the field here, where they have swords. And this priest is gonna heal that wyvern. Was that a men's staff? Yep. Great. Well, so much for that. But, because these guys fly, that means they are particularly vulnerable to Astrid shooting them in the face. I nearly one-shot that guy. You know what? Let's just get him out of here. We got too many other guys to deal with. Might need to make her another bow. You know, I could probably just get away with giving her a steel bow and calling it a day. Instead of this uber steel bow that I gave her, but she's about to break it, so... Alright, level up for Astrid. What do we get? More good stuff? More speed, more defense. Luck and skill. Alright, good, good. We're just going to sit her right here on the house, I think. And I'm going to let Marcia deal with this guy. Well, how far can Ilyana go? The priest is in my way. We can just deal with the priest real quick. Get him out of the way. In fact, let's do that. Don't need him obstructing my ability to do things here. Goodbye, priestly sir. And then we'll just park Marcia right here. Ilyana should be able to move up and shoot some wyverns. A night killer. Crap, we need to take care of him. Let's do exactly that before things get too out of hand here. We don't need him taking out Astrid or Oscar. Good thing I caught that. It's always important, folks, to see what weapons your enemies are using, because if they pull something sneaky on you like that and just wipe out half your cavalry, then you're going to be in a bad way. You're going to be in a very bad way. Alright, and then Oscar can mop up this guy right here in front. And that just leaves the one. I think we can handle one. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Man, he's proccing Soul an awful lot all of a sudden. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but it's kind of not very typical. Alright, so we've basically taken care of the upper part here, except for that one guy, but we'll worry about him in a little bit. And we're going to progress forward and take out the second half down here and push forward on the bottom. But we're going to do that next episode. So thank you for watching up to this point, all of you. I really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying these videos, please feel free to leave a like and a comment. I would very much appreciate it. And also, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I would very much appreciate that as well. So we'll pick up and resume the rest of this battle next episode, and until that time, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.